For this problem, they give you two integrals, and they want you to use that in order to find this one here. So it requires us to use some integration rules for that. First thing we're going to notice here is this one on the end, the limits are both the same. It's a 3 and a 3. Now whenever you have an integral that has these limits that are exactly the same like that, that's all going to go to 0. So that whole part's going to just cancel out. Now for the other one, what we're going to do is we're going to separate this. We're going to distribute the integral into each one of these separately, and as we do that, the 2 that's in front here, I'm going to put that outside the integral, and the 3, I'm going to put that outside the integral as well. So it's kind of combining a couple of the rules at once when we do that. 2's comes out, and we have 3 to 0 f of x dx. And we have minus 3 there, integral 3 to 0 of gx dx, like that. Now what we notice about this is that each of these here up on top are 0 to 3, but the ones we have down below are 3 to 0. Now we can change that. If we flip the limits of integration, that's going to cause the outside number to be negative. That's one of the rules that you have. We're going to apply that to each of these individually. So I'm going to make this 0 to 3, and that's going to make that negative. I'm going to do 0 to 3 right here. That changes the sign of this to make it positive. So now that I've done that step, I can now plug in the numbers for each one, because this whole thing that we have right here, the integral from 0 to 3 f of x dx, that whole thing is equal to 4. So in the next line down, I can just do negative 2 times 4. 4 goes in for this whole thing. Now next, I have a 3 here, and then 0 to 3 gx dx, that's this whole thing. That turns into a 9. And so now I have 3 times 9 like that. And so then when you combine this together, you get negative 8 plus 27 like that. And so then your final answer is going to be 19. And we're able to do this entire problem without actually knowing what f of x and g of x are. It'll give you enough information to where you don't have to actually know what the original function was. You can just plug numbers in order to get the answer.